Hello guys, what's up? This is Tanim from Entertainment BDC. After a long time I have come with some videos. In this bunch of video, we'll discuss about C programming beginner to professional tutorial. We'll learn from zero and gonna be hero. So why making late? Let's start. And hopefully I will give cheat sheet of every of my videos, so you don't need to write anything. Okay, you don't need to write anything. Just please listen and understand. Please listen to me very carefully. At first we will talk about what is programming language and what is C. These are the so much basic things, but you need to understand, because when we go to deep, these basics will give us a lot of advantages. Okay, so a programming language is a combination of function. I remind you not to write, because I will give every cheat sheet. So a programming language is a combination of function, and there are two types of function. One is user defined and second is built-in. User defined are those functions which the programmers use in everyday life. That means you can create your own function on your own way. And the second is built-in. These functions cannot ever be changed, because this is already built in by Dennis Ritchie, who is the scientist who invented C programming. Now, function is the combination of statements. Statements are combination of keywords, and keywords are combination of identifier. Now think, maybe you have raised some question that what is statement, what is keyword, and what is identifier. First of all, statements are the combination of keywords and keywords are the combination of identifier. And this is the unit. The identifier is the unit of a program, and there are many types of identifiers like alphabet, digits, symbols, etc. So we here learn four things. One is function, second is statements, third is keyword, and fourth is identifier. Now what is C programming? C is a programming language that lets us give a computer very specific command, and it was invented in 1972. It has influenced many popular languages, especially C++. Okay, but C language cannot be used in software development pretty much, because if you want to use in software development, you need a very much complicated library, which is OpenGL. We don't talk about this because there's so much professional things. We'll learn some basics here. As it is a first video, we'll learn some basics. And now, if you also have some questions like why we use C, though it's an old one, we'll use C because C is a structure-based language, and we can divide a big program into multiple parts, which makes it easy to write and understand. Secondly, efficient and fast, and thirdly, it's considered to be close to the computer, meaning we can program the computer to do precisely what we want. So here we can stand an analogy. I want to buy a cake. In Python, I would just use one line to say, buy me a cake from the store. My brother will go and come back in 5 hours, because we want to store very far to get the best cake available. It will take a long time, right? But in C, what you can do? In C language, I can tell, just get in the car, drive to the store around the block, buy the first cake you see, and drive immediately, which will happen in 0 odd minutes. Can you understand? So that means we can program efficiently and precisely and fast in C, whereas other languages will take so much time. And C can be used on desktop applications, developing games, designing operating system, and compiler. And designing operating system and compilers are the main uses of C. These are the main basic theory part, but firstly, at first I want to make you sure that we won't discuss about more theory here. I will give the theory in cheat sheet, but we will talk about practical works here. So firstly, if you want to code in C programming, you need a basic software which is code blocks. I suppose you have already installed the code blocks, and if you didn't, I'll give the link in the description below and download the software from there and install it on your own way. I'm opening my code blocks here. So C fast programs, if you want to make a C fast program, just click on empty file. Here you see there is a plus icon and click on empty file, and there are an option in bottom which is plain text. Just click on there and convert it to C or C++. Now this is a basic page where you can write your code, and this is the text editor. To studying with C, we need to understand some basic terms. Every C program has a header file, and what will happen to the program is included to the header file. We will learn the standard input-output header file at first. So how we will add them? Just click hashtag include and stereo.h. This is the header file you see. Maybe the font is small here. You can just adjust your font from editor tab. Here you see font and click on choose, and you can adjust your font. I'm taking it 20 and click on OK. You see this is a very big font, and now you can understand easily. So first of all, we need a header file. Then what we need? We need a main function, and we call it integer main. So what is integer here? Integer is those numbers which are whole numbers. That means my program always return an integer value. This is a return type, and it is a main function. And here hashtag include, this one is called preprocessor directive. This one is called preprocessor directive, and the file name is standard input output header file. So this one is what? This one is preprocessor directive, and this is my main function. And now after giving the main function, I need to take a brace. All we include to the program will be within the brace, within the main function. Now in our first program, I just want to type your name or my name. It's okay, anything happens. Now one thing, if you want to display anything on your screen, you need a function here. You need a function, you need your printf function. Printf function. There are a bunch of other functions. When we go into deep, we'll learn more. So I'm just typing printf. Sorry for typing mistakes. Printf, and this is printf function. And I want to type my name. That means your name. Okay. So your name. Your name. Now, printf, that is a function to display the output, and what you will write in these two quotations will be in your display. And this /n, okay, we'll talk about this later. And now another thing to remember, you must remember every statement. This is a statement in line 4. Line 4, this is a statement. Line 2, this is a statement. Line 1, this is a statement. And it is a function, that's it. And in every line, at the end of every line, you need to put a semicolon. If you don't put a semicolon, you will always get an error. It is not like Python. And lastly, we need to return a value to our machine. And what will be the return value? The return value will be integer. So I just press return 0 and put a semicolon. Now we need to build our program. We need to build. Just click on the settings type icon, which is called build in language, and after that I'll just save it to your own directory. I think I can say this, sorry, locally, here is my another operating system. I just click on project and type it hello world. And now this is building. After building this, you will be available to run this program. And now you see you can run this program. Just click and run, and you see your name. What is displayed? Your name. If you give hello world here, what will happen? Just let's see. Hello world. And if you enter, you see hello world. And if you put a /n refers to new line. It will create an extra blank line. If you want to get a blank line, then you will press /n and just build it, run it. Here you see, after hello world, I have got a blank space. I've got a blank space here. And now I've talked about return 0. So if I do return 1, what will happen? Let's see. Here you see, process return 1. That means every time you can give anything here, but it will return an integer value. So please think about, if we give 1.5, then what will happen? Let's see, 1.5. Let's see what happens. I've given 1.5, but you see, process return 1, not 0.5, because we have already used integer main, not float main. Okay, what is float? You may be referred to some question, but I won't talk about this because this is a basic video. I need to just show you what is printed and what is returned and what is integer main. So I'm all again repeating. Hashtag include, it is a preprocessor directive. stdio.h, it's a header file. Every program has a main function, and this is the integer main function. You can also float main, you can also character main. We'll talk about them later. And there, after integer main function, you have to give a brace. This brace contains all necessary information about the program. Here you see I have used printf to display my output, and the return to return any integer value. I will give an cheat sheet. I will give a cheat sheet to download. So that's all for today. Stay happy, stay cool, stay with Tanim BDC. See you in the next video.